At the time that Scully showed up, we didn't see that type of female represented very much at all out in the world of television, which is what we look to more and more as examples of who we are and to help make sense of us as human beings.
What I find fantastic is any notion that there are answers beyond the realm of science. The answers are there. You just have to know where to look.
That's why they put the I in FBI.
And so to suddenly have an appealing, intelligent, strong-minded female who was appreciated by her pretty cool male co-worker.
Anyway, you could use my help.
Always.
Was an awesome thing to behold. And I think that a lot of young women said, that's me. I'm interested in that. I want to do that. I want to be that. I've met a lot of women in law enforcement. I've met FBI agents. I've met doctors in Comic-Con situations.
I know that the character of Dana Scully was a physics major and inspired me to major in physics and go through and get my PhD, and thank you. And I wanted to know if this is something you've heard a lot.
I think there was something called the Scully Effect. Just a huge amount more women who were getting into the sciences around when the X-Files was on than they had experienced before. Do you know about that, Chris? Yeah.
From my point of view, men often come up to me and say that they got into Scully because Mulder was in Scully.
For me, the sexiest thing is intelligence, and that's what I think women are drawn to with Scully.
Explain how they're doing it.
I can't explain it. But if you eliminate the impossible, whatever is remaining, even if improbable, must be the truth.
No sugar, Sherlock.
When you start to see female characters who don't play into caricatures and what their position is with a man in the same scene, it's like, no, they're both equal. They're both human beings.
Scully's never the second character. When I would write it, even though it was just on paper and nobody's really going to see it except for the people working on it, that I had as many Scully and Mulders as I did Mulder and Scullys, to make clear that Scully came first too. It wasn't the S on the chest, but, you know, it was that she had an equal seat at the table, and I think that's all any woman in any business is asking for.
March 28, 1969, any president die that day?
Eisenhower.
Who needs Google when you got Scully?
Well, JFK was the 35th president. Eisenhower was the 34th president.
He's just showing off.
Scully is not only intelligent, but she's capable. She can take care of herself. She can kick ass.
Go!
Throw this table.
I've killed him.
25 years ago, there were very few roles for strong women to do action. For me, it's just been rewarding to see that evolution. Fire! Women are a force now.
Media is one of our most powerful tools to influence pop culture. And if we really want to eradicate unconscious bias, women have as much unconscious bias as men. It's really important that we use a gender lens when we're thinking about stories that we tell.
Look, I've had my fair share of outrageous conspiracy theories, okay? So cut the mystery crap and get to the science.
For us, data and research has been the magic bullet because it allows people to make informed decisions versus emotions. When they hear the facts, they can really embrace it. And what we have found is that because of the character of Scully, women and girls have been pursuing forensic science degrees for college careers.
Electrocution affects electrolytic conduction.
I first became aware of this phenomenon during the 5th season of The X-Files, where I was teaching 500 introduction to biology students, and so I decided to test the Scully effect for myself. I asked my class, how many of you were influenced by watching Dana Scully on The X-Files? And over half of the hands in the class went up.
Do you believe the universe is reducible to a single equation?
No.
The iconic figure of Scully as excavator of truth. Oddly enough, it's sort of unsung. Before there was a movement to do it or a call for it, Chris created it and Gillian was doing it, ahead of its time.
The combination of Chris's creation and whatever rookie, naive, terrified, determined will I brought to the table manifested a young woman yet to be depicted on TV, and as the fan response would soon prove, a desperately needed role model for women of all ages, everywhere.